There's a man called Professor Piers Forster. He's the chair of the Climate Change Committee, and he said, um, with climate damages around the world, targeting an 81% emissions reduction by 2035, that sets the right level. That's the right level of ambition, but we need to know what exactly we're doing and when we're going to do it. And he's calling on the government to commit to what it's planning, and how much of this will be in the upcoming budget. And he says more than commitment, what we really need is action. I've no doubt the United Kingdom can once again be a leader on the international stage in both deeds and words. Now it's got its Brexit nonsense out of the way. But the goal is to limit global warming by 1.5 degrees centigrade. And the UK needs to uh, realise its commitments to um, climate change, um, and to and to using its technology. It's already achieved. It's already cut emissions. The positive side is it's already cut emissions by 50% since 1990. It wants to go up to 85% by 2035, and so looking at a 68% reduction by 2030. And all this to be presented at COP29 in Azerbaijan in just a few weeks' time. And if this is effective, the naysayers will say, oh, well, what the UK does is negligible compared to the amount of rubbish pumped into the atmosphere by China, for example. But that leadership that we're giving is nevertheless leadership. And the fact that we've been so distracted for so long, what I think we need to do is to make sure that electric cars are rolling out, but with safe batteries. So the lithium approach needs to be revised, and we need to see what other technology can be developed to make sure electric cars are safe and don't blow up suddenly in the middle of the road and in a fire that can't be put out. We need electric cars, we need renewable energy, we need heat pumps, and we need more imaginative solutions. What, of course, we don't need is the constant global wars. We need Israel to get under control. We need Russia to get under control. And one of the problems with wars is something I've been saying for a while, and I hope this is clear, is that in a war there is often an aggressor and a defender. The aggressor is wrong, the defender is right. So it is possible to talk about good and bad. In the case of Ukraine, that relationship still exists. Russia is bad, or the Kremlin is bad, and Ukraine is good. And of course, there are problems on both sides, because war is an evil, and evil is infectious and manages to infect every part of the terrain. So yes, there's bound to be errors on both sides as the war develops, as the war gets worse. But what is extraordinary about the Ukraine war is the resilience, the determination, the fortitude, and the moral courage of Ukraine remains. And meanwhile, the duplicity and the inhumanity of the Kremlin seems more and more exposed as days go by. When it comes to the Israeli, Gaza, Hezbollah, Houthi, Iran conflict, it's a four-way conflict. There is no doubt about the fact that Hamas was evil. It came over the wall and terrorized innocent Israeli citizens. But Netanyahu's response has pushed the compass almost in the other direction, to the extent that there is group punishment for a very small number of people's errors and evil, and the vicious retaliation, the vicious revenge on Gaza and now on southern Lebanon is intolerable. And so again, while Israel has a right to defend itself, having been attacked by Iran, the form of defence that it's taken, the form of retaliatory action that it's taken, is simply designed, it seems, to continue the escalation of violence, and that is pernicious and wrong. So I think there's a difference between looking at the Ukraine situation and looking at the Israeli situation. And the Israeli situation, Israel had the sympathy of the world on October the 7th and in the immediate aftermath, and it has squandered that sympathy with its aggressive, pugilistic approach to response. And it hasn't released the hostages. And this is really the key. It has neither subjugated nor Hamas, nor has it secured the release of the hostages that have been taken. So in the two major aims that Netanyahu set himself, he has failed. And meanwhile, he's thrown the region into chaos and brought the world closer to global terror. We need to be focusing instead on climate change and on the survival of our planet. And that means we need more than ever a peace effort. But that peace effort needs to be focused. And a peace effort which simply secures a ceasefire, allowing the various factions to regroup and then re-attack, is not a peace effort. A peace effort is not a ceasefire. A peace effort is a solution that allows one nation to live next to another. We don't have that peace effort in place for Ukraine, and we certainly don't have it in place for Israel and Gaza. We need to think more creatively. If we can think creatively about climate change, we can think creatively about peace.